Hi, and welcome to Friday How to Play with Salomé. I'm Salomé Martinez. Have you ever wanted to maneuver through Japanese castles, outwit your rival clan, and carefully plan every move like a strategic mastermind? Well, now you can, in the White Castle Duel. In this tactical two-player duel that plays in about 30 minutes, you'll manage lanterns, gain influence, improve your court, and climb the social ladder in a battle for clan prestige. Do you think you can outmaneuver your opponent and earn the most clan points before the lanterns fade? Well, there's only one way to find out. Come grab a seat with me at the table and I'll teach you how to play the White Castle Duel. To begin laying the foundation for your growing influence, we must start with the setup. Place the main board in the center of the table so both players can easily reach it. Shuffle all the influence cards, divide them into 3 decks of 12 cards each, and place 1 deck in each of the 3 castle spaces with the cost side showing. Shuffle the basic training yard tiles and elite training yard tiles separately. Randomly choose 1 of each and place them in their matching spaces on the board. If this is your first time playing, it is recommended to use the beginner setup tiles. Shuffle the lantern cards and reveal 3 face up besides the deck. Randomly place the 6 activation tiles and the 6 location tiles in their spaces on the board. For your first session, you may instead use the recommended learning setup tiles. Mix the social climbing tiles and place 2 on each side of the castle, matching the printed colors. If playing for your first game, use the introductory tiles. Shuffle the garden tiles, placing 3 stones side up and 3 plants side up in their matching spaces. Beginner setup tiles may again be used for your first play. Shuffle each type of merchandise tile and place them face up in their areas, with common items on the left and luxury items on the right. Place both courtiers at the castle gate. Create a common reserve of coins, daimyo seals, and change activation tiles within reach of both players. Each player now takes a personal domain board, 3 resource markers set to 0 on their resource tracks, 8 clan seals, a fan token placed at the start of the clan points track, and 6 lantern tokens, 2 of each color, stacked on their matching lantern spaces. Resources are tracked on the 3 resource tracks of your domain board, which range from 0 to 7. When you gain a resource, move the marker up. When you spend one, move it down. You may never hold more than 7 of any resource, and you may never spend below 0 at any time during the game. You may discard 2 daimyo seals to gain 1 resource of your choice. Coins and daimyo seals are stored in their spaces on your domain board, and you may never hold more than 10 combined. If you would exceed that limit, discard any excess. Throughout the game, whenever you gain red fans, immediately move your fan token towards the clan points track. Golden fans are only counted during final scoring. If at any time your score passes 40 points, take a plus 40 tile and place it beside your domain board. If you pass 40 again, flip that tile to show a plus 80, continuing to track your score beyond the main track. There are 3 different colors of lantern cards available during the game. Whenever you gain a lantern card, place it into the lantern area matching its color, stacking it so that all rewards remain visible. When you later activate that lantern, you gain all visible rewards shown, including those on any lantern cards in that area. Choose a starting player by any method you like. They receive the star player token and place it near their play area with their clan symbol showing. Now, shuffle the starting resource cards and reveal 3. The non-starting player chooses 1, gains its resources, and places the card in the corresponding lantern space without covering any previous reward symbols. The starting player then chooses from the remaining 2, and the last card is returned to the box. The court is open, the lanterns are glowing, and the duel begins. The object of the game is to earn more clan points than your opponent by placing lanterns, gaining influence, improving cards, and positioning your courtier wisely throughout the castle. At the end of the game, the clan with the most points wins. The White Castle Duel is played over 2 rounds, the outgoing round and the return round. During each round, both players will take 6 turns. On your turn, you'll always follow these same steps. You may adjust the board, you'll place or remove a lantern token, you'll gain a lantern reward, and then you'll perform 2 actions. Let's walk through it. When it's your turn, you begin with an optional step. You may discard 1 change activation tile to swap the positions of 2 activation tiles on the board. This can only be done once per turn and only at this moment. Next, you place or remove a lantern token depending on the round. During the outgoing round, you move 1 of your lantern tokens from your domain board onto a location tile on the main board. You must obey 2 rules. If the location is empty, your token must be different color than the location tile. If the location has already a token on it, your token must be a color not already present there. No location can ever hold more than 3 tokens, and all must be different colors. During the return round, instead of placing lantern tokens onto the board, you will begin collecting them. On your turn, choose any stack of lantern tokens on the main board and take the top token, placing it onto the matching colored lantern area on your domain board. It does not matter who originally placed that lantern token during the outgoing round. Any player may take the top token from any stack. When placing the token on your domain board, match the lantern's color to the corresponding colored area. Unlike the board itself, there is no stacking limit in your domain. This means you could end up collecting your lantern tokens of the same color if the opportunity presents itself. When you place or collect a lantern token, you will always gain a lantern reward. During the outgoing round, when you place a lantern token onto the main board, you immediately gain the lantern reward of the color token you cover. During the return round, when you take a lantern token back from the board and then place it into the matching colored area of your domain board, you gain the reward of that lantern's color. Think of it as always being based on the color token you cover. In both cases, you resolve the reward printed on your domain board along with any additional rewards shown on cards you have placed in that lantern area. After gaining your lantern reward, you now perform 2 actions adjacent to the location where the token was placed or taken from. Each action must be fully resolved before starting the other, but you may choose the order. If you cannot or do not want to perform an action, you may instead take a well benefit, gaining either 1 resource, 1 daimyo seal, 1 coin, 1 change activation tile, or a clan point. Let's take a closer look at the 6 main actions available to you and how each of them work. In the garden, you may spend 2 food to place 1 of your clan seals in an empty garden space, or 5 food to place it in a higher cost space. When you place your seal, immediately gain the reward shown on the garden tile above the column. At the end of the game, each clan seal you placed in the garden provides the scoring icon shown at the bottom of that column, and a single player may occupy both spaces within the same column if available. In the training area, you may spend 2 iron to place 1 of your clan seals in an empty space of the training yard, or 5 iron to place it in a space that allows the higher cost placement. When placing your seal, choose 1 of the 2 rewards shown on the tile and gain it immediately. At the end of the game, the training yard provides score multipliers based on the seals you placed there. The basic training yard multiplies the points from both katanas and kabutos, while the elite training yard multiplies only kabuto points, but with the stronger multiplier. The courtiers, you may spend 2 mother of pearl to move the courtier 1 space, or 5 mother of pearl to move the courtier 2 spaces along the social climbing path. The first time you take this action, you choose which side path you'll use for the rest of the game, and you must stay on that path. As you advance, you gain the reward shown on the space where your courtier lands. You do not gain any rewards from spaces you skip when moving 2 spaces. When you perform the trade action, choose 1 of the following options. You may pay any 1 resource to purchase the top influence card from 1 of the 3 available decks, paying any additional cost on the card and immediately resolving its effect. You may pay any 2 resources to take the top tile from the common merchandise stack, or pay 5 resources to take the top tile from the luxury item stack. If either merchandise stack is empty, that option is no longer available. The merchandise tile you collect will provide scoring icons used during final scoring at the end of the game. Activate 1 of your lanterns and gain all visible rewards. Improve. Flip up to 2 influence cards you own so their icons count for final scoring. Purchasing influence cards is one of the key actions in the game. And whenever you buy one, you'll follow the same sequence. First, pay the cost shown on the card using coins, daimyo seals, or any combination of the two. Then place the card into the matching area of your domain board. After placing it, you may resolve the action shown on the scroll of that card. If you cannot or choose not to perform the scroll action, simply skip it. But skipping the action does not allow you to gain a well benefit. Each influence card shows scoring icons on its back, which can grant clan points at the end of the game, but only if the card is later improved, meaning flipped over by a game effect. Until then, the card remains face up, showing its purchase side. If a castle deck ever runs out of cards, you may instead take one of the available well benefits shown on the board as an alternative to purchasing a card. After 6 turns each in the outgoing round, the starting player marker is passed, and the return round begins. Whoever wins second will now take 2 turns in a row, because sometimes revenge is built into the rules. Once the return round is complete, and the last lantern token has been taken from the board, the game ends and final scoring begins. First, gather all scoring icons you've accumulated throughout the game, including flags, katanas, kabutos, and origami cranes found on improved influence cards, in the gardens where you place clan seals, and on any merchandise you've collected. Points earned from red fans during the game are already counted, and now the remaining bonuses are then added. Start with remaining resources. For every 5 coins or daimyo seals, gain 1 clan point, rounding down. Then for each type of resource where you still have 3 to 6 units, gain 1 clan point, or 2 clan points if you have 7. Next, score the Nobori flags. Multiply your total number of flag icons by the castle level reached by the courtier, earning 1, 2, or 3 points per flag depending on how high your courtier climbed. Then score katanas and kabutos. For katanas, multiply your total katana icon by the number of clan seals you placed in the basic training yard. For kabutos, multiply your kabuto icon by the total number of clan seals in both training yards, counting 1 point per seal in the basic yard and 2 points per seal in the elite yard. Now score origami cranes by multiplying your total number of blue cranes by your total number of white cranes. Add all clan points together. The player with the highest total wins. If there's a tie, the tied player who placed more clan seals wins. If the tie remains, the player who advanced further on the social climbing path wins. And if it's still tied after all that, well, the victory is shared. And that's how you play the White Castle Duel. I'm Salomé Martinez, and I want to thank you for planning clever moves, activating lanterns, and climbing the ranks with me at the table today. And I hope you get to outthink your rivals and bring honor to your clan at your own table. Until our next Friday How to Play, remember to learn, play games, and always have fun. Adios.
Hey folks, thanks for joining us for that video. If you haven't yet, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hey, make sure you check out what's happening, where I'll cover an app on an iOS or a Switch device, and you can check it out along with me. Thanks very much. You've been watching The Dice Tower.